welcome to the class today. Dear students, in today's class, I have brought a grammatical topic to you. It is causative verb. Okay, and in today's session, I will discuss about the grammatical structures and meaning of causative verb. Okay, let's go. Dear students, please look at this projection. I think it is visible to you, and study the structure of these sentences. The first sentence is Elisha made me laugh. The second one is the teacher made his students do their homework. The third one is my father always gets me to do hard work. And the next is she has him write a letter. Ramesh got his car repaired. Dutch, your mother makes you cook food. And the final sentence is why has the principal made him go out? Yes, dear students, study the structure of these sentences, and if you are already, I think, familiar with this term causative verb in grade 9 too, your teachers have discussed. I'm sure about that because that is also included in grade 9 course 2. And so you all know this one. Now look at this. The same, the same sentences are shown here on the projection. Elisha made me laugh. Made me. That the word made. That is causative verb. And in the second sentence, the teacher made his students do their work. Here, again, made is causative verb. And the third, my father always gets me to do hard work. Here, gets is causative verb in this sentence, this one. And similarly, she has him write a letter. Has. This red printed. Yeah. There is the use of causative verb. So, exactly, how do we define a causative verb? There are some verbs in English like make, keep, have, keep, yeah, let. These types of verb are called causative verb in English. And in today's class, we will mainly focus on the use of make, get, and have that are posed in our curriculum. Yeah, and we are going to discuss about mainly these three, the use of these three causative verbs. So, what exactly causative verb is? Exactly, a causative verb. A causative verb is a verb that is used to show that somebody causes somebody to do something. Let me revise it once again. Somebody or something causes somebody to do something or to happen something. Somebody is the cause of the action, doing some action by somebody else. So our main issue of today's class is the use of make, get, and have mainly. Okay, let's move forward. Dear students, before starting the lesson, I'd like to request you to be ready with this one, because in the examination, in the test papers, you will be asked the questions in this form. You will be given a sentence, uh, and the part which is shown as blank, blah blah. Now you have to fill up there with the suitable word, and the words are given in the bracket. For example, there the first sentence, the production manager, there is the gap space. The technicians modify the electrical outlets, and the choices options are given there. Make, gets, has. Which one is the correct answer? Correct word to fill the sentence, to complete the sentence. In this is the structure how you can be asked in the examination. Okay. So the second one is the human resource manager got the employees the safety agreement signed, to sign, and sign. You have to choose one of the answer, the best answer. Yeah. And the third one is we have had a new protocol and blah 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 space there is to clarify, sorry, to certify and certified. And similarly, number fourth, IV, and they get the machine operator space, uh, the cause of defects, look for, to look for, and the looked for. These are the options. And in the examination, you will be asked questions in this way. This is the way of asking or designing the test items. Okay, so let's move with the new. Okay, dear students, as I already told you that a causative verb is a verb where somebody causes, or somebody or something causes somebody or something to happen, to do. Yeah. So let's study this. Let is also considered as one of the causative verbs. Okay, although this is very rarely asked in the examination, although it is not very much important in the examination, but sometimes these sorts of questions also have been asked. So I have included this point here, and everyone, I will request you to observe the projection first and read all the sentences there. Causative verb let. Uh, the causative verb let implies for the permit or allow. The meaning let, the meaning of this sentence when you use let, that implies in the sense that allow or permit. That means allow somebody to do something, permit somebody to do something. For example, look at this, the first sentence, I don't let my kids watch violent movies. And the second one is, our bus doesn't let us eat lunch at our desk, we have to eat in the cafeteria. In these two sentences, the meaning is permission, giving permission, yeah, or allowance, isn't that? So the same sentences can be replaced with allow and permit. The sentences down there, look at this, first I and second I, these two sentences, only there is the replace, we have replaced let with allow and permit. But there is something difference in the structure. What is the difference in the structure? Can you notice it? In the first sentence, now point one, look at there. I don't let my kids watch violent movies. Yeah. The same thing can be said in another way. I don't allow my kids to watch violent movies. But what is the structural difference? Here in point one, watch, let and watch. There is no to. Infinitive form, the base form watch has been used. But here in point one, first I don't allow my kids to watch violent movies. There is to. So note that the verbs allow and permit are more formal. I mean to revise it, what it means. The verb allow and permit are more formal way to say let. If you say, I don't let my kids watch violent movies, rather than these, I don't allow my kids to watch violent movies is more formal. Yeah. And while using allow, we use to and base form of the verb. Notice this. And similar to that, there is another example. Our bus does not let us eat lunch at our desk. Uh, we have to eat in the cafeteria. The same sentence is given here. And second our bus does not permit us to eat. To and base form of the verb, to infinitive. Okay. So let's move forward. Now let's talk about help. This is very rarely asked in the examination. Okay, the use of help is very rarely asked in the examinations. But some teachers include them too. Therefore, for that, I have included this to let and help here. Help implies in the sense of assistance. Assist someone in doing something. Assist someone in doing something. Look at the pictures also there. I have included. The mother is helping the boy stand up. The mother is the first picture. The mother is helping the boy stand up. Notice the structure of the sentence. Okay. And second one is uh, reading before bed helps me relax. And now remember, especially help implies in the sense of assistance. Assist or help someone to perform some activities, doing something. Here, mother helps the son or the boy to stand up. And in there, if you notice the structure, both first eye and second eye, look at these. Mother is helping the boy stand up. The mother is helping the boy to stand up. Here, helping and to stand. It means that with help, with the verb help, we can use both the forms. Bare infinitive, only the base form of the verb, and to infinitive, to and base form of the verb. Both can be used. Look at the second one. Reading before bed helps me to relax. And reading before bed helps me relax. Both the sentences are correct, grammatically correct. Both are acceptable. But in general, the form of to is more common. Let me revise. With help, with the verb help, we can use both the structures, bare infinitive and to infinitive. To plus base form of the verb and base form of the verb only. Each in the examples. First, the mother helping the boy stand up. The mother is helping the boy to stand up. Both are grammatically correct, but to plus base form of the verb to infinity is more common. Okay. Now let's move forward. dear students, please uh, look at these sentences. The first sentence, after Billy broke the neighbor's window, his parents made him pay for it. There is also the use of causative verb. Notice it, which verb is used. I think you can guess it. You can see it as well. And the second one, the teacher made all the students rewrite their papers because the first draft were not acceptable. Right. In this sentence also there is use of causative verb. Notice it. And in the third sentence too, my mother made my sister clean the room. Yeah. In this sentence, in all these sentences, there is the use of causative verb. Notice them. Now look at this. There is the structure. You can see the structure and made in the first sentence, made and pay. And in the second sentence, makes and rewrite. Yeah. Here, made and makes, these two are causative verbs. And while using make is the causative verb, the meaning of the sentence, it implies for the force or require someone to take an action. Let me revise it once more. When you use make, it's causative verb. The meaning, what is the meaning? The meaning implies the force. Somebody forced somebody to do something in the sense of force or in the sense of required. Somebody requires somebody other to perform an action. Okay, so the structure is also given here. Make, person, agent. We commonly, your teachers might have used this term agent while teaching in grade 9. Make, subject is excluded here because all the sentences they have subjects. You are very much familiar with this too. Therefore, I have included only the causative verb, person, and then the verb. The verb based from. Notice this. The structure is very important here. Make, agent, person plus base form of the verb. Remember this. Make, agent, base form of the verb. In another word, make, agent, infinitive, bare infinitive. Infinitive base form of the verb without to. Okay, notice this. After Billy broke the neighbor's window, the parents made him pay for it. His parents, subject, made causative verb, him person. You match, tally them with the structure, and made, him is the person, and pay. Pay is bare infinitive, base form of the verb. The most important thing is the structure. You have to remember it for the examination point of view. Okay, meaning is equally important, but for the examination point of view, you have to remember the structure. Otherwise, you cannot solve the test items. Okay, and the next one is the teacher makes all the students rewrite his papers because the first draft were not acceptable. Yet makes and rewrite. This is the structure, and the students, that is person. Okay, and remember, now look at this. One more thing. Causative verb make implies in the sense of force. I already told you that. And but this make, the word make, can be replaced by force and require. These sentences show the same thing. You can replace, substitute make with force and require. Look at the first sentence. The school requires the students to wear uniforms and the hijacker forced the pilots to take the plane in the different direction. Look at these two sentences. Yet in place the of the word make, yeah, force and requires that are used. But what is the structural difference there is that when you use force and requires, you have to use 2 plus base form of the verb to infinitive. Here requires and to where. Notice this. But if you replace requires with make, there will be bare infinitive. Yeah, it means the school makes the students well, not too well. But if you write the school requires, it is required and there is to well. So when we use require and force, at that time we have to write to plus base form of the verb to infinitive. Okay. So let's move forward. Now we have finished the use of let. We have finished the use of help and finished the use of make as well. Now we are going to start the new one. That is, first, before starting, look at these sentences, study them. The first sentence: how can we get all the employees to arrive on time? My husband has housework. I can never get him to wash the dish, and now I got my car repaired, and we will get the branches of the trees cut. Yes, these four sentences. Notice the use. Notice the use of causative verb. Which one is used? You can easily see there. Yes, this one. Get. Yes. Everyone, read the first sentence. How can we get the employees to arrive on time? Here we have used get. Okay. Uh, get is causative verb. And now let's talk about the meaning. When you use let, that implies the meaning permit. Yeah. When you use help, that implies the meaning assist. When you use make, the meaning is force, yeah, or require. And if you use the causative verb get, the meaning is convince or motivate or encourage someone to do something. Let me revise it. When you use causative verb get, when you write a sentence with get, the meaning of the sentence, yeah, the meaning of the sentence is convince somebody to do something. Somebody encourages, motivated, inspired, convince somebody to do something. The meaning is that. So here, how can we get all the employees to arrive on time? How can we motivate, encourage? This is the sense. This is the meaning. Yeah. And the second, my husband has housework. I can never get him to wash the dishes. Here get is the causative verb. Now look at the structures now that are given on the top. Yeah, get thing past participle. Get plus thing plus past participle. This one, the first one is structure, and the second one is structure. Get person to plus verb, base form of the verb. Yeah, to infinitive. Now this is most important from the examination point of view. Get thing, in another word, object. Yeah, get object pp, that means v3. Get object pp, third form of the verb. And get Agent, the second structure, get agent to infinitive. Look at, compare to the sentence in point 1 and point 2. And first I and second I, they have used different structures. In the first I got my car repaired. My car is thing or object, and repaired is pp, third form of the verb. And in the first sentence, how can we get all the employees to arrive on time? In this sentence, get agent. What is the agent? All the employees. Get agent to infinitive, to arrive. Yeah. And I got my car. Get object. My car is object. Get object, past participle form of the verb, B3. Okay. Third form of the verb. And now remind it. The meaning when you use get, the meaning is encouraged, convinced, yeah, motivated. The meaning. And the structure, two structures. Get object, PP, third form of the verb. Get agent, then after 2 plus verb 1, base form of the verb. Okay, let's move forward. Now study this. These sentences. The first one, I'll have my assistant call to reschedule the appointment. The businessman had his secretary make copies of the report, and I'm going to have my haircut tomorrow. And the final sentence, point T, we are having our house repainted this weekend. Look at these sentences. All these sentences have used causative verb. These are causative sentences too. And what is the use? Let's move forward. Look at this. Yes. Now, the causative verb have, we are going to discuss about here. Okay? Causative verb have. And when you use have as causative verb, this implies for give someone else the responsibility to do something. Give someone else the responsibility to something, or somebody has authority to do something. Mostly when you read the grammatical structures, many students, they ignore meaning. But I am giving some emphasis here. Remember, again, when you use make, what happens? What is the meaning of your sentence? When you use get, what is the meaning of your sentence? And when you use have, what is the difference when we use different causative verbs? If you use have as causative verb, the meaning of your sentence is somebody has an authority, or somebody is someone else is responsible for doing something. So look at this sentence first. I'll have my assistant call you to reschedule the appointment. Here, I'll have my assistant. It shows the authority. Call you, given responsibility or authority. Somebody has authority to do something, or somebody is given responsibility to do something here. And with have to, there were two structures used with get agent to infinitive, get object, past participle. Similar to that, here are also two structures. We can have two structures with have to, causative verb have. The first structure, have portion, base form of the verb. It is similar to make. Make agent infinitive, bare infinitive, wasn't that? Similar to that, have agent bare infinitive, base form of the verb, B1. And the second one, have thing. Thing means here object. Commonly we say have thing, PP, third form of the verb. So this second structure. So Look at the difference between A and B and first and second eye. You will be very much clear with this. I am going to have my hair cut. Have my hair object, thing and cut, PP. Yeah. And we are having our house painted. Having our house painted. Our, that is given there, the thing or object. Here, notice that we have two structures with have. Subject, have, agent, and base form of the verb. Subject, have, object, PP. Okay, this is what we can know from this projection. Okay, these sentences. Okay, let's move forward. Now we have almost come to the end, and we are going to sum up. Here, the first structure what we read today is that subject make have person agent plus B1. This is the basic structure you can get in your book too. Yeah, the subject make have plus agent plus verb 1 base form of the verb. The example is my mother made me clean the house. My mother is the subject, made is the causative verb, me is the person, and clean is verb 1, the base form of the verb. And the meaning is make somebody force to do something. Okay, and Elisa has her sister cook for her. Here, has, I just before I remind you that has shows an authority, isn't that, or responsibility. So Elisa has her sister cook for her. In this sentence, Elisa is subject, has is what, causative verb, her sister is agent, and similar to that, this structure shows the structure of get. We have two structures with get. The first one is get agent 2 plus verb 1. Subject get plus person. Person means agent, that is given in parenthesis bracket, and 2 plus base form verb 1. What comes after that is negligible for us. Okay, and so the meaning get means encourage. Okay, and now here the first sentence, Sneha got the workers to dig in the garden. Got agent the workers to dig, 2 plus base form of the verb. Okay, and the final one, this is get have. Get and have double structures. Remember, get object, get have object. If there is object after get and have, we use PP. The structure says the same thing. Subject get have plus object plus PP. From examination point of view, you remember three structures now. Three structures now that are make have agent, base form of the verb, get agent to infinitive, 2 plus verb 1, and get have object PP. These are the main three structures. And finally, before closing the class, I'd like to remind you that there is one exception with make. If the sentence, if there is be verb before made, you have to use 2 plus base form of the verb, to infinitive. For example, look at this sentence. For your convenience. My father is made to dance in the party. My father is made to dance in the party. Make agent infinitive we just read before, but my father is made. Is the be verb. Made is participle. This is the passive structure. Remember, be verb plus made, then after you have to use to infinitive, 2 plus be1. Father is made to dance. They made my father dance in the party. They made my father dance in the party. Made my father agent dance base form of the verb. Now my father was made or is made to dance in the party. Is the be verb, made is PP. and to dance, to infinitive there. Remember this. Sometimes this sort of question can be asked as an exception, and the students get confused. They just write make agent infinitive, finished. Now sometimes this sort of questions can be asked too. And let's move. Dear students, I think we have finished this. Hope that you know something else. From here, I tried my best to make you clear as far as possible within this short time. So, for your practice, the same sentences are given here, which were shown in the first projection. The same sentences are given for your practice. Thank you very much.